So let's get to Army of the Dead.
The Dead. Hello, my name is Lachlan. I am your host now. Following a zombie outbreak. Like, just announce when like it's a train stop. Like, the door is closing. Ding. Like, Lachlan Tilly hosting. Ding.
It would be funny that whenever a train conductor changes, they would have to do all the announcements. And you get like someone really scuffed on like, yo, it's EWAN on the mic. Let's go. Let's get to our next stop.
Stay clear of the fucking doors, doofus. Fucking doors are closing, idiot.
You back there, get away from the doors. It costs the fucking company a couple $100 whenever I'm 1 minute late, so get it back into the train, okay? And then,
yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
I don't know if I want to continue anymore, Ewan. Where do we go on?
All just to suffer.
Main topic today is Army of the Dead. Ewan, in your best way possible, summarize this movie. I'm not going to drop that on you. I'm not going to drop that on you. See how terrifying it is? Like your heart goes, terrifying. Oh, fuck.
I was like, do I have alcohol here? I need it right now.
Following a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, a group of mercenaries take the ultimate gamble, venturing into the quarantine zone to pull off the greatest heist ever attempted. Talking points is not the synopsis. Talking points is the next heading. Sorry, you should have.
I saw. I saw that you were about to read it.
To it. Yeah, no, put a gap there. Thank you.
Does he get it, or is he like that tired already?
Sorry, I just kept reading. Sorry. All right, Ewan. Without spoiling the movie, thoughts, if you would, may.
I'd say I wasn't really expecting much, and I didn't get much. That's
okay.
Overall what I thought about the movie. I mean, I found the opening credits quite interesting, as they were like super long and super stylized, typical Zack Snyder stuff with a lot of slow motion and stuff. And then I saw that he popped up as the cinematographer, right? And for a while, I thought some of these shots just look a bit off to me. I know he's a great cinematographer and everything with like stylized lighting and stuff, but for this film, I just thought that the cinematography wasn't that great. I would have called it out regardless, but I guess it is Zack Snyder who did it. Yeah, I wouldn't call it the greatest heist ever, because going into a zombie-filled, quarantined place to get a bunch of money is pretty stupid. And not to spoil stuff, but I mean, of course, not everything goes great unless otherwise there wouldn't be a movie, wouldn't be much drama.
How much money was it again? It was like 200 million. Like, I feel like there's been bigger heists.
How much money was it again? I thought you were talking about the budget of the film. I was like,
look, 200 million is a lot of money,
right?
But I feel like I've seen bigger heists. Like, I'm pretty sure they stole 200 million in like Fast and Furious 1. And in Fast and Furious 9, they're stealing the fucking moon.
That's why Thanos is so mad in Endgame and throws it back. It's because Dom Toretto stole it from him. I want to see a universe where Dom Toretto has the Infinity Gauntlet. Because he could yield it. You know, the shit that he survives, yeah. He has to survive shit.
I'd like to see all of what's his fucking name? His mind's fucking. I can see his body and I can see his face and I can see his bald head. No,
Batista.
No, Dom.
Dom Toretto.
What's his
Vin Diesel?
Yeah, Vin Diesel. There, his name. Like all of his characters, just like a big old like clusterfuck fight. Like you know how there's like Marvel versus Capcom video game. Like it's just Vin Diesel versus every single other Vin Diesel character ever.
It is funny because like his characters, you can have like a slideshow of all of the characters like going past, and then screen effect on top of that. They all become kind of transparent. You move them along on top of each other, back to opacity, and it's just the same guy because it's always just this egg bald head that you would get, and it's all
Dr. Eggman.
I would love to see Vin Diesel in a Sonic sequel. It would be so funny because he would take it so seriously.
Oh, yeah, he would.
You know, these reporters, it's all about the family. I don't know why it turned into Don Corleone for a second there. He's definitely not that kind of caliber. He's no Marlon Brando. But yeah, let's get back to Army of the Dead, Lachlan. What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I found it really fun and enjoyable. The best way I can explain it is it's the Suicide Squad zombie movie.
Right.
That's the best way I could explain it without spoiling it, because how soon do I want to get into spoilers? Because I can explain why I'm calling it Suicide Squad zombie movie.
Do you have anything else to say about the cast more generally before we talk about the specific storylines?
Fuck it. We're going in the spoilers. I don't care. Fuck it.
Going into quarantine
Everyone
zone.
fucking dies. And everyone in Suicide Squad fucking dies. And I was like, this is literally just... And that opening credits, I agree, stylized as fuck. And I was like, oh, it's basically like Suicide Squad.
Right.
And then when every time someone fucking died, I was like, oh, this is like Suicide Squad. If the entire cast was like that one cunt who had the Slipknot, that's his name, the one who had all the ropes and shit, it just died straight away. Like, that's all this was. It was all just... Yeah, man, this is a certain kind of character who does this, and this, and this is their flaw, and then they die.
Right,
Ooh.
and I think that would work pretty well if it's like what it looks like the James Gunn version of the Suicide Squad is going to be, filled with a bunch of humor that is actually pretty funny, because like the first Suicide Squad also wasn't really funny. It tried to be, and this also tries to be a bit funny.
Tries to have humor.
Just through one character in particular, through Dita, and that's the only comedic relief, really. Him and blanking on the guy with the chainsaw, what his name was, but yeah, and then they have
Vanguard, whatever his name is.
Vanguard. It could be, I don't know, I got no clue. But then he forces in that relationship with the daughter. That once again, I don't know why, but it feels maybe personal for Zack Snyder, as he's lost his own daughter, right? So I don't want to bash it too much for that reason, but the story, the father-daughter story, was what sucked the most about the film. Because I love to bring in thoughts from my little brother whenever he watches films, because he has a simpler look on movies. When he just calls things out and doesn't really think about them too much. So he started calling her a dumb idiot pretty soon, pretty early on into the runtime, just because she does some incredibly stupid stuff that endangers everyone, and then she's the one who survives it all. I was like, the fuck, man, she should have died. she doesn't deserve to live compared to... We were really sad when Dieter died. That's all I'm trying to say.
Interesting. Just quickly, as we spoke about Dieter, I just did a quick IMDb search on his account and just wanted to check out the actor and see what else he's been in.
He's one of the most popular German actors. It's like
he's
top 3.
Coming out with a new movie soon called Army of Thieves. It's a prequel set before Army of the Dead.
What, actually? Who's directing
Leading a group of survivors during the zombie apocalypse.
Are you fucking with me, or is that actually...
No.
That is so dumb. What the fuck?
He's directing it as well, apparently.
Is it like all Germans or what?
I don't know. But I thought I'd just put that out there because you seem to be in love with this character, so there you go.
He's terrible. He's really known for German films where he just sucks, and he does have that range. I've seen him in good movies, but he does a lot of like that really dumb rom-com drama shit that no one enjoys, and it's just unbearable, and you want to fucking poke your eyes out as soon as you start watching it. But
yeah, literally, his IMDb is one of the most successful German actors.
Yeah. He's really well known. Him and Til Schweiger are probably the biggest two main dudes that also branch over into Hollywood from time to time. I mean, there's a couple German actresses, I'd say, that are like almost full-time Hollywood, but they are pretty engraved in the blockbusters in German. Not that I don't
which
really
side
watch
of Germany? Was Germany, the west side of Germany, the cool guys, or the east side of Germany, the cool guys?
Depends on your outlook on political things, but I'd probably say the west side.
Was the west side the west side was the one with all the raves and shit, or was it the east side?
Well, everyone tried to go to the west side, right? And then
the west side was, which one was owned by the USSR?
East side, and then Berlin, which was in the middle, like in the heart of the east side, was both west and east. So Berlin was then also split in the city.
Capital.
Yeah, it's really stupid. Okay. So a bunch of west siders were surrounded by east side.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting stuff. History and shit. But
I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know German geography. Sorry,
I'm explaining Germany to him. But yeah.
Can you explain the period of time between 1941? I'm kidding.
I'd start, Lachlan, I would start at some point in the 1920s.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Let me recline in my chair and tell you a little bit of a story. But yeah, what did you think of the story overall? Now that you can include spoilers.
Okay, look, so I'm not asking for much out of this movie. I just want some good action. I want some fun. I want some cool, unique zombie kills, and I want to see a cool heist being pulled off. Obviously, we have a twist at the end that they're really not in there for the money. They've been sent in there for the zombie head.
Right. Yeah.
Now, what I get confused about is obviously there's that other group of people that had seemed to be sent in. Were they also after the zombie head as well? And if so, I don't know. I was always, because I really thought they were going to go double down on this money kind of thing. Which is why when I heard 200 million, I was like, that doesn't seem like a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Come
also
on, man.
because because you don't all get 200 million. It's then split up over like 10 people, between like 10 people.
Yeah. So in saying that, the zombie side of it, let's start with them. I really like that. I really liked the zombie side of the story because they weren't mindless zombies. They were well, at least the alphas did. They had a purpose, and it was I was kind of excited to see where they were going to take their intelligent kind of idea down. Yeah. And then when he put his head against the fucking female zombie's stomach, and I was like, what is he listening to? And then it clicked, and I went, oh. Because I thought Zack Snyder was like going to be hinting at it until he, did the full Zack Snyder thing of like ripped inside of her and pulled out the fetus. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry, there's Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder wouldn't try to hint at there's a baby fetus he would have to show there's a baby fetus in her.
In slow motion as well.
In slow motion as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then like whole Lion King, the fucking thing. Anyway, that was cool. And then dead baby makes him mad. He goes for a fight. That was cool. I was like, cool, give him purpose. They gave a zombie purpose to kill.
That is pretty fun. He wasn't just angry or hungry. He's looking either to make new alphas or like new smart zombies, or he's actually mad because you killed his son and wife. I don't know if they believe in marriage though. Maybe
no,
it
looked like it was a one night stand kind of thing, and then they're stuck together.
Right. No engagement there.
Mm.
I don't know if that flies in that community.
I took the concept away from what was given to me because I really think that concept for this intelligent zombie is really cool. And I think that was a really cool idea. And I've seen it done before, but seeing it being done in the movie format where the intelligent zombie isn't, I wouldn't say they're intelligent. I would say that they're aware. And that's what's most interesting about this type of zombie. Moving on from the zombie, I think the next best thing would be going into the cast. And the cast was kind of cool.
A big cast as well. And not a lot of actors and actresses that you would know. So you do think, like, going in, you already feel like, oh, they are a bunch of, what is it called? Like red shirts? People to be killed, apart from Dave Bautista, and that's exactly what it ends up being. He does still die, yeah, but at the very end. And some of the character deaths just felt like, of course, you'll have deaths in zombie movies, but they just felt like, oh, shock value. And it feels weird when you try to have, I guess you try to pull the rug from out from under us when you develop these characters and then you kill them. But the thing that it did,
develop them to a limit. Let's just put it there. And developed like
what I'm trying to get at is that all we get from these characters as a backstory is that opening sequence, and it's for Zack Snyder that is like, oh, we showed these characters being really cool and badass. That's all these characters are, apart from Dieter. That's all they are, badass, all of them.
I completely agree.
And there's not much more character to it than oh, this badass guy died because zombie stronger, I guess. Or like, ooh, dumb situation. You were. What I found really funny was when they just killed the guard. He just shot him in the leg and then left him to die. And he came back later on. It's just a weird narrative thing to have it in there because it's like, it feels so obviously constructed, like not organic at all, just to get to a moment, which a lot of these things were between the father and son as well. Like you could see that there's some forced tension that they would build up, and like I swear when this guy talks once more about opening a fucking store in New York City or whatever, then gonna shoot him in the head myself. No, it was just the writing wasn't great, but it doesn't need to be for a zombie movie unless you are Edgar Wright and you want to do that. But then just have fun with it and don't take it too seriously. And I think Zack Snyder always takes his characters and his stuff a bit too seriously. But yeah, what do you think about the runtime overall and like the pacing?
It honestly felt like a really long movie. I don't know about you, but
it also is a really long movie. It's
yeah,
like 2.5 hours.
2 hours. But it felt like it went
hours.
for 2.5. Okay, cool, makes sense. Because it felt like it went for a long time. I actually did check where it was on the scrubbing line maybe like 3 or 4 times, and I went, fuck, this is a long movie. Again, it's probably the same as like Justice League. It is long because there is a lot of slow motion in it. Do I complain about the slow motion? Of course not. It's Zack Snyder's thing. Do I complain about the runtime? Yes, I do.
Yes.
There is a whole chunk of stuff that we could cut out. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of most of the fat in this movie.
You know what was a terrible scene was that whole thing where they had to go through the zombie labyrinth, and then one of the characters got betrayed and died. Because like I thought they had to go back and forth a couple of times. So then they just walked around it, or did they go through it again? It felt like such a needless, dumb thing to go through this space there with a bunch of zombies. It's so risky. That was such a dumb scene, and it went forever as well.
One thing I really did like was the zombie tiger.
Looked badass, yeah.
Looked cool, and that death scene with that dude.
With the
that was rough.
Bad guy in a sense. That
yeah, that was rough, buddy. That was a real rough fucking hit that he took.
Yeah,
and I loved it.
Oh, when the tiger just kicked him.
The tiger just like, yeah.
Just uppercut him.
I was hoping he'd actually like turn halfway through and the tiger would still like attack him, but no, it just fucking ripped him to shreds.
Yeah, pretty effective there. I mean, I was kind of sad when you said Vanguard is his name.
It's not Vanguard, but everyone called him Van. I can't remember his name, but I think it was Van.
I liked the banter between Van and Dieter. I thought that was kind of fun, and there's a relationship that grew the most on me because like it had that stereotypical thing. One of them is the goofy, one is the serious type, and then they lighten up. Something that they also tried to do in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but also kind of failed a bit at it, I think, because all characters in Marvel are written in a quippy way, but here it was a bit of an imbalance because Dieter was so goofy at times.
Yep.
Almost like he's in a different movie. But still, it was the one thing that was the most entertaining. Just to see someone react of someone's ridiculousness, it's always great. So, and I guess they also set up sequel bait with the ending with Van bringing the virus to a whole different city, country even. He goes to Mexico City.
He goes to Mexico City, or did he go to New Mexico? I can't remember.
I think it is Mexico City.
I think he went to Mexico. Yeah, I think he went to Mexico City. Yeah.
Which would be a fun sequel if they ever end up doing that, but probably wouldn't be directed by Zack Snyder. But yeah, it's an interesting look because usually zombie movies are like, oh, the entire Earth is just infected with the virus and everyone has it. But here it's so different because it is just Las Vegas.
Oh, it's just Las Vegas.
Just fuck Las Vegas.
Fuck him.
Fuck. Who cares? Yeah, so that was interesting to see like the world go on while there's still I don't know, and the decision to just nuke it is also it's really funny. It's really American as well. Just nuke it. Just nuke the shit out of it.
And let's just move it forward by one whole day. Fuck it. Just nuke it one whole day earlier.
Because it would be so anti-American if we don't do it, if we do it on the 4th of July. But also
actually,
would be
I had
really
a good
American.
laugh at that. That was
really
funny.
That was funny.
I was like, yeah, no, definitely. I want to see you. I would like to see you nuke a city in America on the 4th of July. That would be funny.
It's really patriotic just for the explosion's sake. Yeah, I mean, Las Vegas is also the perfect place for it because like Las Vegas and then this desert, there's nothing around it. So
name one more iconic city than Las Vegas.
I thought you meant like in Nevada. It's like, no. Tokyo.
Area 51.
Area 51. Is that in Nevada?
Honestly, they were also the world's worst trained soldiers.
Wait,
the guys right at the start, where they're like yelling at each other and they kept going, fall back. What? They said get back. What? I'm like, did you not fucking hear him? Did they not do hearing tests on the fucking army?
Yeah, you know, I remember. Yeah, they were completely hopeless, which was to further illustrate that these mercenaries are really, really badass because even the military can't do shit. Just really anti-American Zack Snyder. How dare you? The military is great. They never do anything wrong in America. All right, before I get political, let's get to our ratings. So what did you arrive at as a rating for Army of the Dead?
5 or 10.
5 out of 10?
Sorry, did you say out of 10 or 5? 10?
Whatever you want, man. I go with 10.
I will give it a 5.
Yeah, and I gave it a 4 out of 10. So I think we're pretty close there in our overall thoughts for Army of the Dead.